EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami.
Check 20! 53's mine! Check 53's mine! Strong.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Fitzpatrick. He's going to fire one deep over the... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 57 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mahomes now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. And going deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Dolphins.
On second down, Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a second down coming up. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Fitzpatrick. Fights off the defender. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for this.
Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chris Jones. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Fitzpatrick. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Sanders on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 51 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get...
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he's out right at the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Room to run past midfield. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Let's go, Eddie! Left. 53.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Rolling to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack on 1st down, Fitzpatrick, he'll set up the screen to Balazs. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Dolphins, and even 50 yards.
Hey, color.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check the backer. 22 jet bomber.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He was looking for Parker that time.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Chris Jones in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check. Fresno. Hey, switch gears.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Complete to Jackson Bryant. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Hey, 5-0. Should I go 5-0 here? 52 and 56. Regular.
Now Fitzpatrick. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike. White 80!
53, Mike. Here we go. Kill.
PPP. Hey.
Balaj. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Mike 5-4.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Fitzpatrick will sneak it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
Regular. Hey, color.
Patch it.
Fitzpatrick to throw this time. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Parker. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's P. Ryan. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Back to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Well, we saw a close final whistle, and right before that final whistle,